Hi people, Moino Wavenberg here again as always and as usual. Yeah, I'm going to cover a pagan goddess in this video really quick called Shapshu, as you can tell based on the header. That's spelled Shapshu, also known as Shamshu. Now before I continue, you can find anything useful linked in the description of this video. Long story short, she was a Canaanite Sun goddess, and again, everything else you can read it in the Wikipedia entry and or section. Now I'm going to start off with the occult. I'm going to simply relay the occult information to you guys. Shapshu is Saturnian. Okay, she was worshipped as a solar goddess, but as I have already stated, I think several to numerous times in the past, just because an entity was associated with a certain planet does not mean that they necessarily need to have the same property. And in her case, in Shapshu's case, that was the case. Her skills and specialties have to do, or better said, reflect what she was worshipped for. So what her followers, back when she still had followers, and what little followers she has now, if any. She most likely does has a couple, one or two. What they worship or work with her for. Nowadays it would be work with, not worship. Idolatry is unlikely. It's worked with, but back in the day it was worshipped. Yeah, so anyway, she's Saturnian, strong Saturnian vibes. Doesn't surprise me. A lot of gods from Mesopotamia and Canaan and whatnot were Saturnian in nature. Corresponding zodiac sign is 21 degrees in Capricorn, and she also has very strong Aquarian vibes. Now the things that she specializes in are is everything, honestly. There is no specific thing or aspect of life or facet of life that she accommodates one. She simply deals with elevating you and making you achieve your goals and ambitions, and fulfilling all of your dreams and wishes, regardless of what those may be or what they may be. She has a stronger affinity towards women, considering the fact that she's a goddess compared to men, thereby meaning that, generally speaking, her effect is greater on women than on men, although don't let that limit you. Both are on the table. I'm simply saying, for men, goals might be a little harder to accomplish, metaphorically speaking, depending on a myriad of conditions, miscellaneous conditions and circumstances and whatnot. Whereas but again, still feel free to still work with her. It's not an issue if you're a guy. Don't let that make you feel limited or restricted in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. There is nothing else that she specializes in. That's it, just all around. That's where the whole Aquarian part comes into play, since one of the things that the zodiac sign Aquarius deals with is fulfillment of one's ambitions and dreams and hopes and wishes and aspirations and whatnot. So anything you've got your sights set on, literally your hopes, dreams, and wishes. You hope to become a pop star. You hope to become the best housewife you can ever be. You want to become a parent and a successful one at that, you name it. Shapshu can help you out with all of it. And Shapshu does have a good amount of power behind her in terms of elevating people, definitely. But don't forget what I said in the aforementioned. Okay, more things that have to do with a feminine nature, or more they come to her in a matter of speaking, or better said, through her they come to her followers and the people that work with her. They come to her in general more easily compared to ambitions that are, generally speaking, of a masculine nature, things that, generally speaking, a man would want. But again, that's a given, considering the fact that she's a goddess. It's simply an FYI. And again, don't let that make you feel limited. If you're seriously interested in her, despite the fact that you're a guy, still feel free to go right ahead and power full on through. And this applies to all things in general, entities in general. Don't focus on the depiction of gender or anything like that. Now, as for her appearance, she appears as a initially, honestly, she appeared as a slightly transparent looking woman on a cloud or vapors, like vapors are on where her feet are, or she's standing on vapors, and surrounded by flames, and also the sun in the background right behind her. And the energy I felt was like solar fire, the warmth of the sun and the fire it radiates. And I saw flashes of like a black woman and whatnot. Think of the average African American woman. And I asked her, why do you appear as black? Not that I have an issue with it, obviously, but I'm simply saying, because I'm seeing like these flashes, like you're essentially, it's like you're putting on a face. And she, not a facade, a face. And she simply said, I have, or I have had, and or have also people following me in Africa and whatnot, and this form is to appease them, which obviously makes sense, duh. And then she showed me her true form, which was more of a. It was first a thingy, a typical Moorish Arabic-looking woman, and then like think of Princess Jasmine from Aladdin, and then it was a palish Persian-looking woman, but one of royal or noble descent, like a really well-dressed and attractive, uh, just plain Persian-looking woman. Honestly, a woman that you would expect to see in Iran or similar, or a surrounding region. And yeah, that's her true form, essentially, the truest form, so to speak, you'll get. Well, not so to speak, but you know what I mean, in a matter of speaking. Um, and let me see, what else was there? Yeah, no, and that's pretty much it. I have no interest in the rest, so I didn't ask for anything else. Like I said, all the other information about what you would want regarding her is Wikipedia. Is in Wikipedia. For the rest, I'm not going to make any other statements. Goodbye.